So I can do record. Good morning, everyone. We would like to share with you a couple of hints and a couple of slides in terms of how to present your project. It's one of the KPIs for the final presentation, the way that you present the project. So I'm going to talk on the slides. I'm going to talk with some touch points. You are free to use it as you see fit. We will provide you this template for your help. So, first of all, you can use whatever you see fit in this slide deck. You can adapt the slides to fit your solution. You will have 3 minutes. You will have 180 seconds. You should not aim for the whole time. You should be able to tell the story in 150 seconds, actually 2.5 minutes, 2 minutes and a half. Why? Because in reality, you might have the opportunity to go slightly slower, and you need to stay within the time. Don't rush. It's not so much about the information, it's about the relevant information. So there will be 3 minutes for pitching, as I said, and 2 minutes for answering questions, maybe a little bit more. We will have 10 teams presenting, hopefully, and then you should answer your questions shortly and ideally use a slide for it. Very important. Your presentation can be more than what you present. You can always have backup slides. And for example, if you have information that you feel it's too much in the main slide deck, you can use the backup slides. You can add maybe 10 or 20 slides after the presentation that you have to know, and that will help you to support your project. This is highly professional. I have been in this field for over 20 years. If a speaker is actually using backup slides to support an answer to a question, this shows that you actually are prepared for more than just these 3 minutes. So, the first things first, who is your client? And in this field, we see so many times it's, yeah, this should be good for the system in general. This should be good for the healthcare system. Of course, it's going to be good for the healthcare system, but it's very important to have somebody in mind with the relevant information and her profile. And these are just 3 options: the doctor, the patient, and the family. And you have heard, for example, yesterday from the presentation of Mrs. Dorica Dan, how many problems are in this field of child cancer care, and how this is impacting actually more than just the patient. Actually, it is a burden in the context of the healthcare system, and especially now when the healthcare system is mostly focused to fight epidemics, this is leaving many of the people involved in this subject out of focus, which has consequences. So, who is your client? It should be very, very clear from the very beginning. Client means somebody that will benefit from your proposal. The second slide is, as I said yesterday, what is the problem or what is the need? I told you yesterday that you should focus at 50% of your time understanding the problem. Understanding does not mean just gathering data and putting data on a slide. This is not understanding. This is information gathering. It's a different thing. It's about choosing maybe 2 or 3 numbers that are relevant and that can express in front of the jury. Jury is composed of people that have seen a lot of projects and a lot of pitches. And it's important for them to understand fast. It's important for you to tell why is this important? Where is there a gap or an unmet need? What is the scale? Like people affected, resources affected. Because, for example, whatever is happening in healthcare is impacting other sides of healthcare. Because if you don't have enough doctors, and if you bring doctors from a different specialty, the doctors in that specialty will be missed in that specialty. What are the contributing factors? And what are the root causes? Root causes means things that have been like this in the last maybe 30, 50, 100 years. What is the opportunity? Maybe something happened in the last period. Maybe something happened in this year. I would just give you an example. The opportunity for many of the startups and for many of the innovation projects is that now everybody has a smartphone. This is a major opportunity because you can put things in front of this person or in front of this client, as I said, very easy. You don't have to build a device and give it to him. He has already the device. You just need to get on the device. Or also, there might be an opportunity because a new way of solving things is available. Why is it solvable by you? I know that you are junior. I know that you are at the very beginning, but you have more power and more understanding that you believe. Many of the people in your bubble tell you, yeah, but you are still young, you understand, you don't understand it. No, you can understand, and you can actually solve a lot of things if you dare and if you put your mind to it. And it's very important to have a vision, and this will be what would the world look like if your vision, if you solved this problem. Then it's about your solution and your proposal. As I said, it's from the client, but beneficiaries might be client's institution. Beneficiary might be the client's system where he's working. He's the one that will benefit the most. But for example, sometimes to get to the doctor, you need to get to the hospital. It depends on the solution. It might be specific in your case. How will you serve them? What happens effectively? What are you trying to build? Are you building a system? Are you building an app? Are you building a website? Are you building a connection? Are you building a hotline? How does it differ from what currently exists? We are not focusing on competition here. We are focusing, as I said yesterday, on how are you helping these people solve their problem in a better way. Have in mind the answer to the question, what will drive the success of your solution? With whom have you planned actually to test your solutions? Because if you want to get, for example, to the doctors, might be easier to test this with nurses because nurses will be closer to the patients in many situations. Then you get to the resources. It's about basically 4 things. People, that's you, but people outside of your bubble, people that you know. Money. What are the sources where you can actually get money to support your project? The time. How much time do you need to actually build this? I know that everything seems very nice until you speak with some people that have expertise. And I encourage you to talk with the mentors, check the mentor list. We will share it after the presentation to see who has expertise. And I do believe we have some very good people on the mentor list with people that have expertise in the field or people that have built things before. Because people, especially when they talk about solution, they are overly optimistic. Yeah, we can do it very fast. The problem is not to build it. The problem is to build it in a way that it can be used. And last but not least, it's the partners. Also here, I'm insisting about the mentors because the mentors can become partners because they are part of organizations. They are part of institutions or projects that can actually help you achieve access to the 3 things above, to the other people, maybe to sources of funding, maybe to actually save time for you. What would you do next? Actions and communication. Once you understand what time constraints are, once you understand how much time you need, it's about building timelines. It's about understanding what people should be involved. It's about understanding when you need the resources, when you need it. Because, as I said yesterday, in the healthcare system, people complain about money very often, and they say it's the excuse to all things. I have seen too many situations where money are not put in the good way of usage, because simply people were not planning enough to use them according to the impact, not according to the spending. So keep this in mind. It is about the allocation, and it is about the actions. Once you have defined what you need and what you want to achieve. I know we are talking here about your work in a night and in a day, but it's very important to do this thinking and this preparation in order to understand what needs to happen for your projects to advance. It doesn't matter if you will get a prize or not. As I said yesterday, the biggest prize that you will get in this Innovathon is the skills that you are going to develop. And I have seen from some of your Discord conversations how much you are doing the documentation, and this is going to be useful in your whole career. Once you begin to gather data and you put them in a structure, and you are trying to convince some people that whatever you are trying to do is relevant, it's going to serve you forever. As Professor Kerekes said yesterday, education is dead. I don't think education is dead, to be honest, but I think it's transforming in self-education. And this is a great way to self-educate yourself and to understand actually how the science and how the courses that you do can help you if you put them behind solving a problem. The world has been always about solving a problem. We have been led to believe that it's enough to be present there. It might be important from a simple perspective, but those that are solving problems are those that actually are taking the lead, and those people are the people that will be visible, that will get recognition, a promotion, more money, more power, and actually they can change our life, which is going to be what we all want. We want a system that can resist better to the challenges. We see how difficult it is now in our healthcare system to tackle these major challenges. It's not easy for anyone. And some countries are better prepared, and we have examples, and some countries are poorly prepared. But it's all about the people, and the people that have the mindset of solving the problems. Last but not least, your team is very important. Please do have pictures of your team, pictures that you like, of course. Please do have team roles. Please do have a background of yourself, because, as I said yesterday, now you had part of the night, and we will have the day to know each other, because your background in charity work, your background in teaching the others can be very, very helpful. And expertise, it's people say usually that you need to become a doctor. I'm talking here especially to the medicine student. We have plenty of us. You need to become a doctor to take decisions. Actually, no. You need to become a doctor to be paid for your decisions and to be responsible for your decisions. But this is a place where you can, for example, use your knowledge. If you are a student in the 4th year or 5th year, as we have here, to come with proposal that people will be able to use, because you can read science, you can understand guidelines, you can understand therapeutic decisions. And if you want to help a doctor, you need to speak his language. Otherwise, it's simply not going to count at all. And at the end, everybody that is watching your presentation is waiting for you to ask for something. A presentation, one of the mentors is a guy, Mr. Ion-Gheorghe. He will join us. And he is one of the person that wrote a book. His book is called Represent. You can find it online. It's he wrote 2 books, and now he's going to release his third book. The second book is Represent, and it's represent when you present as a healthcare professional or as an innovator. You represent your team, but you also represent a different future. You are coming in front of a jury with a proposal for a better future, for a future where things will be solved better, where problems will decrease in impact or will decrease in severity because of your potential solutions. So you should actually ask from the audience, from the jury, from the mentors, from anybody that might see afterwards this session, because they can find you. And you should be, if you really mean to solve this problem, you need all the help you can get. So you should ask the people to help you solve this problem in order to achieve something. To achieve something which can be measured, because world peace is for beauty pageants. We are trying here to solve some serious issues in the field of healthcare, issues that are affecting people in a way that we cannot believe in many situations, and things that you can actually build and that can make a better world. So I encourage you to review this presentation. It will be available on the link that we will provide, and think and have in mind the answers to the questions, and ask the people to do something for you and for your project. Thank you very much. Now we will take questions. We have 20 minutes of presentation. Ready to take some questions. You can write them on the chat, or you can just open your mic and share it with us. So if there are no questions, I'm happy, and not so much, because I have myself questions about this presentation, but I'm available online on Discord. You can ask me, and you will be able to ask your